please welcome the hosts of No Dice, bringing D&D to live streaming, Owen's Juice and Tubbo.
Hello! Hello, hello. We are not going to address the goblin in the room, okay? How's everybody doing? Good, good.
Hi, my name is Tubbo and I'm here with owengejuicetv and we're from No Dice!
Yeah. No Dice is a live stream D&D show on Twitch we do with many of our friends. And speaking of those people, let's give them a warm welcome now. Please, our panelists. Oh, that's you. There they are. Lovely. We have Krowfang, Bekyamon, and Aimsey, and we have a very exciting panel tuned in for you today. Lots of topics, lots of clips to look at. But before we jump into all of that, let's take a second. Each of you, I'd like you to say who your character was during No Dice. And then, Toby, if you wouldn't mind explaining why it's called No Dice as well when we get to you, because otherwise that might be a bit confusing. Go ahead, Bex, do you want to lead us off?
Hey, yeah, I'm Beck. My character was called Panic, and she is a tiefling barbarian. So the tank, the big tank, big battle axe,
Tank
that
of the
sort
group.
thing. Yeah.
Hello, my name is Aimsey, and I played Gwen Nightcast, who is the original failure, basically. Never had a good day in her life. And she was a half-elf versus high-elf. Don't really know what we started with or what we ended with, and she was a paladin.
Hi, I'm krowfang, and... oh, stop it. I played Stripe, old Stripe of the Lightning, until he sadly passed away. And then I played Z, or Zephyr.
Lovely. And you?
Hi, everyone.
Hey, man.
You're never gonna guess what kind of character I played. Hi, I'm Tubbo. First of all, I played Slovi, who was a goblin who died. And then I played Martin, who was a goblin who lived.
Yeah. Do you want to explain for those that might be new to the D&D show No Dice why it's called No Dice, Toby?
Yeah, so we called this show No Dice because there are certain roles in the show which don't require any dice. Typically, every action in D&D requires a dice, but if we fail really, really, really hard, we can do something called a No Dice roll, which is where we let you, the audience, and the audience who watches at home, control the outcome if they think this is something we should be able to do, essentially.
Yeah, we poll it in the Twitch chat, and you guys either decide if you do or do not want that character to succeed, hence the No Dice roll. Speaking of the best moments, we're going to jump into those now by having a little sizzle reel at some of the best moments from the 3 acts that we had of No Dice. Let's take a look at that now.
No, sorry. My son's practicing for the school play.
Your son is a goblin.
Yeah, he's got ADHD, okay.
Roll me deception.
Well, I have to deceive that he has ADHD.
No, you have to see that he's your son.
Okay.
I've been here about 2 weeks and it doesn't seem...
How did you get in
No.
here?
I punched the owner in the face.
The owner.
I mean, I'm prison inspector.
You don't
Okay,
see...
I'm not a prison inspector.
Me, I'm
As
hanging
you
on to
approach the city gates, the north ones, the sounds of screaming and panic. Well,
Whoa.
You brought him out of the portal. I bet if you'd have tried a little harder,
Get out of my system, man.
you'd have tried a little harder before getting him through the portal, you could have killed him.
I was a crab.
You bringing him through the... No, you must not.
and maybe if you could like stick your nose around and I'd be able to make it worth your while.
Okay,
How would
worth?
that while?
White.
What's the going rate of adventures?
Oh, it's actually 50 gold right now. 100 gold! We're gonna be... So, it is actually 250 gold per adventurer. But...
But what about the 50 that you just said?
That was a
Flip at the
typo.
top.
It was a typo.
Stimming.
I stim.
Oh, I
50
see.
gold! Arwin?
Let's just go completely... Let's
Silent?
complete silence. Rage, please. You're distracting.
Lovely. On the topic of all of those, was there any particular favorite of any of your guys's or anything that we didn't get to see in that reel?
God, we're funny. That was great. I'm cracking up. I'm like, oh God, those people are great. No, I think honestly the stimming one is one of my like favorite, as well as the crab. I think, oh, it just makes me giggle. But what about you guys? Any moments?
I think we always have really good interactions with NPCs. I feel like every time an NPC shows up, I'm like, okay, man, here we go. Like, someone's gonna say something or do something. You might just explode them. You might flirt with them.
Oh, guilty.
Like, I don't know.
If they're a woman, there's pretty much a 90% chance that one of these two is going to end up flirting with them.
All with each other.
My bad.
All with each other.
We don't
All with
really
each
Yeah, that
know.
too.
each
That
other.
too. We really liked your little band of traveling goblins with
Oh,
the little
yeah,
rhyme.
the goblins, the singing goblins.
Singing goblins.
That was a lot of fun
Yeah.
to do.
Big fan of them.
Yeah, Toby, did you have a favorite moment?
My favorite moment is 100% got to be the bag, the light bag. The bag
yes.
full of light.
Oh, that was very useful.
Do you want to give context as to what that
So
was?
I made a gizmo, a gadget, a classic gizmo, honestly, that just got brighter every turn by a little bit. And I was hoping that inevitably it would get bright enough by a big enough percentage to be a Death Star beam. So every turn I would just open it and it would not be enough. So I'd just stand there going,
Yeah, Owen was not having any of it.
yeah, Owen was really not
not-
pleased.
It didn't
not
get
having any
We were
of it.
all not
deadly enough,
having
man.
any
He
of it.
kept being like, so that's not how that works. He kept being, no, infinite light beam. Give it 3 more turns according to my calculations. And
You guys
throw
hate me,
cards
you guys
at him.
hate me, you want me dead, it's fine, you hate
You
me.
certainly had some eccentric ideas. I don't think I've ever had to deal with a character or player who makes me have to figure out the physics-based engine of the D&D world, such as if I'm levitating in the air and I shoot a fireball out away from me, what is the reaction to that? Will I float away? But thankfully,
He
kept me on my
he
toes.
had you doing like maths
Yeah.
and like triangulation and all that sort of thing.
I
was
think
a lot.
GCSE physics should apply to D&D.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I think a lot of the best moments end in Owen going, okay, talk amongst yourselves. And then him retreating
Yeah, I was about
his
to
corner.
say, my favorite moment
That's
was
always
a
a
little
good
like
love.
pinching of the nose.
that one.
That one, yeah.
There was a favorite moment, I think, from the community, which obviously I try and when I write the campaigns, orchestrate some moments that I think would be funny. And then sometimes the characters have other ideas and they get really fixated on, say, a frog, for example. Toby, you particularly liked a specific frog, your boy, Pierre.
Did the frog also happen to be green by any chance?
The frog also was green. Shall we take a look at the first time you met Pierre?
Yes!
Yeah, let's take a look at this video here that we have.
So are you hungry?
No, not hungry at all.
Thank God.
What do you eat? Oh. That's so
So wait, so what do the frogs mean to us? You know, well, why do we want a frog?
Sometimes people need frogs to eat.
Show us your biggest frog.
Wait, what's the biggest frog
I
you've
wish
got?
you'd asked. I'm glad
Wait.
somebody asked. And he walks into the back of the hut and pulls out quite a large wooden box in
Oh
which
my
there's like
God.
a little cut in the side of the box, and he holds up and he goes, peer in, peer in.
I'm looking in.
There's a big frog.
Oh
this
my
big.
gosh.
Don't know what you expected, but
That
there's
is
definitely a frog
that is
in
the
there.
biggest
take a
frog
look.
I
I
think
wanna
I've
take
ever
a
seen.
Take a look.
Whoa.
Big frog.
Whoa, dude.
What's his name?
Gwen, get a load of this.
Oh, I don't name them.
Immaculate Ribbitor.
Absolutely not.
Wait, what's its name?
He doesn't have a name.
Name him right now.
No, because that's
Yeah.
Pierre.
Pierre. It's a brilliant name. He does. Oh, so would you like
How
to buy
much
a frog?
for him?
Oh, for
no,
this
no,
one?
no, 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 stop.
The pan to you just then was so funny.
I just thought that we had no little funny animal thing to follow us around. And
We had you.
Like,
What do you
we had
You
you,
were that.
man.
That was you.
what is
Sorry,
your
that wasn't-
problem?
After that, we just had 2 things
Yeah,
going around.
What is your problem? No, that was really uncouth. I'm literally green. No, I like Pierre because the way Owen said Pierre is a brilliant name. I'm like, okay, I'm attached forever now, and I would die for this frog.
Well, yeah,
yeah.
you would. Yeah, we'll get to
Oh.
that in a second.
Yeah,
Hold
and
on.
I definitely did die for this frog.
Aimsey, you weren't Pierre's biggest fan initially.
Listen, everything goes out the window when Bekyamon isn't there, okay? And I think what the problem was is we had like little gold or something, and well, Slovi being Slovi in the moment was on a side quest, and we had, a new friend in the party, and I think Gwen was just trying to get to A to B. There was no frog in the middle of the plan, so Gwen was not ready for this, and you know what? Gwen lost the battle, and we had Pierre,
And
but not for
you
long.
warmed up to him.
I did warm. I mean, Gwen warmed up to a lot.
Yeah.
Didn't she?
Panic, did you like just
Well, I wasn't there when they got Pierre.
Wish
I think
you
I was
were. I
dead
wish.
at the time. And so then I got back, and there was now just a frog. And Toby would just make little fireworks for the frog. And they were very attached to the frog. And I was like, okay, well, there's a frog there now. I also warmed up to him, but I don't think we'll find.
Did Stripe warm up to Pierre?
Stripe didn't mind him.
Yeah, he was
I think,
alright.
growing up in nature, oh, it's a frog, okay. I don't know what's so special about a frog.
So we all got attached to him. And
Yeah.
then, unfortunately, D&D sometimes goes a bit awry. And you lose something that you didn't think would be the thing you
I
ended
don't
up
even
crying
want to see
about.
this. I don't
We're
even want to
gonna
watch this right now.
We're
I
going to
don't
have a
even
look
wanna
at this
watch
video
right
now.
I'll cover your ears, I'll cover your
Pierre's
ears.
last moments. Go ahead.
Slovi, it is your go.
No, dude, no.
I'm sorry.
There's no chance.
There is literally no way.
We're not
There's
even in
no
the same
way.
thing as him right now.
Dude,
Gwen
we're
is
lucky.
unconscious.
Yeah.
Toby, we're lucky we found a way to get out of this battle.
Yeah.
No.
We should have all died.
I thought we were all done.
I've almost died
This
3
show
times.
will end tonight if you don't get off so
No, dude, no.
So sorry, Toby.
Sorry.
I'm really sorry, Toby, but I'm going to
So
have to push you for
long, man. He's been here for so
I know,
long.
man. I know. I'm really sorry. But I am going to have to push you for
All
an
right,
answer.
I disengage and walk over there, and I hate everyone.
Yeah. There. Do that. I'm going to take the
Yeah.
scroll and the thing, which is free, right?
Oh,
And I'm going to do whatever we need to do to cast that spell with the scroll.
Pazuzu turns just in time to see you all link arms and mutter the spell. The tuning fork begins to resonate.
No, dude.
Through the doorway, you see a little frog poke his head in, and he goes, "Ooh."
Am I just crying? This frog doesn't exist. Why am I crying over a personal fat frog? I'm crying over the frog. You big chump frog.
Stupid f***ing frog. Stupid f***ing frog, man.
It's just 5 people crying over a frog.
That's so messed up.
It's a sad moment.
That is,
you're
that is
going to
five
hell,
grown,
just so you know.
5 grown adults crying over a frog that isn't real. I think we like to point to that as like D&D in a nutshell, like what you can do with it. I think is just that we all actually were really, really sad enough to cry about a frog that's not real and made up.
I didn't think that you guys would take to it that well.
So you just came up with that door thing just on the spot, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to hell. You're going to hell.
Evil man, okay? Evil.
That was from Act 1, some might say the biggest loss. However, in the next session over, we did have a slightly bigger loss.
Was it though?
Arguably bigger.
Was it
This is a
though?
great contested point. This is massively contested.
Should we take a moment at a look at Stripe's last moments here, which happened one stream after this one? Let's take a look at Stripe here now.
So, just the whole gods thing.
Yeah.
So, other gods start to get involved. Yeah. Okay. And you've asked me if I can change it because I didn't know.
I was doing it one part at a time.
Okay.
So that happened, and you're like in the process of.
He takes it back.
Fariel narrows his eyes.
What are you doing?
It's you.
What's me?
I've been running from this over and over again. This decision, this destiny, this death. We're here to fight you. Time chose us to fight you.
I chose you to come here.
You didn't choose. Stupid.
Oh my god!
It's not going to be a 1.
It won't be a one.
It might even be a 20. can stop here. It's okay. We can.
I'm biting my thumbs.
I'm gonna be one.
What is it?
Oh no. Oh. No, you're kidding. You're kidding. Joking.
You look to Stripe as a crack fractures across the center of its body, and the two ice halves that it was begin to split, and it crumples to the ground.
It's a 1?
The Chronoheart Geo rolls across the ground limply from it. And Stripe, odd Stripe of the Lightning, is dead.
What?
Wasn't a 20.
Was not a 20.
Was not,
Was
a,
not
20.
a 20.
No, that roll was many things. A 20 wasn't one of them. It's also so crazy that it was just out of frame. So there was a moment of like,
It's so sad. Aaron really tried to warn me. Aaron was like, push the dice now forwards. If I could get one of those shots back again, it would be that specific one back in frame.
So that was a 1 in 20 chance that it was an
5%.
instantly dying. And we were like, it's 1 in 20. It's fine. It won't be a 1.
I mean, to this day,
then-
when you say things like 5% or 1% about anything, about actually anything ever, I'm always like, don't start. I don't take chances
The numbers
anymore.
don't lie.
I don't
The
take
numbers don't
chances.
lie.
No dice made me stop taking chances.
What a loss. You know what I mean? It was like, I was inconsolable for the rest of that session. I just remember actually that was so sad, but it was so poetic in many ways. But beautiful, beautiful session.
Well, can I be honest?
Go on.
I was over the moon.
You were over the moon?
I was over the moon.
Why is that?
I had like the initial like, my baby, because Stripe was very like, my baby. Like there's no other better way to put it. But I wrote this character to die then, and completely out of my hands. You can't script, there was a 1. I can't script a 1. Then he died, and it was perfect.
It was an honorable sacrifice. Because
Yeah.
I believe, to give context, in the beginning part of that scene, everybody was basically about to make deals with the devil. And I think at that point, I had made a character who was like, oh, here's a really attractive looking deal that you might be interested in taking. And forgetting that they were talking to, again, the devil, they were like, yeah, okay, this sounds like something that I'd be interested in.
I fully was like, yeah, sounds reasonable. And then was like, it was Crow that was like, no. What? No, do not make this deal.
You all got upset at me over it.
Yeah, I did.
Like, before that clip, everyone was like, no,
convinced. I was
stop.
like, this
Like,
seems great.
take it.
Seems like a win all round. But this is why I'm the lowest intelligence character.
You look at walls a lot, and that's the majority. Perception, good wall.
I too thought it was a very reasonable deal. Listen, Owen, you have a very charismatic way of saying things, and for no
You're
fault
just very
of you,
convincing.
It was very convincing.
I don't mean to make the characters, you guys are like, this sounds like a good idea, actually. But every time we've had a villain and you've come face to face with him, you've gone, I actually get it. Yeah, maybe we're on your side.
Misunderstood. They're all just misunderstood.
I make misunderstood characters.
I feel like Cethariel wasn't very misunderstood.
Thoriel isn't misunderstood. He's the devil.
That is the devil from...
I could very
you were on board with him.
I know. I've learned now.
You've learned. Yeah, it was very sad to lose Stripe, and that was in Act 1. And then in Act 2, everybody survived. Of course, there was the whole problem about an entire city being demolished, but apart from that, it was fine. And then Act 3, Episode 1, it looked like we were going to be off to a really good start. We were finally at the big boss that they were meant to be attacking from Season 2, like Act 2. And then, Toby, you kind of took matters into your own hands.
I did what had to be done.
In one. You did it in one, girl. You did it in one.
Was it what had to be done?
Should we just roll the clip and then I'll explain what happened
Yeah,
after?
absolutely. Let's take a look at Slovi's big mistake. Go ahead.
He turns on the spot and walks towards this large statue. You do anything in light of this?
Wait! And I'm gonna lunge forward. You're gonna have to trust me on this one. While I'm stood here, I'm gonna turn to the team. I'm gonna wink and I'm gonna go, sorry. Then I'm gonna grab my staff and I'm gonna smash it over my knee.
Give me the piece of paper. You can use an action to break the staff over your knee or against a solid surface. This is the staff of Safari.
Yeah.
Performing a retributive strike, the staff is destroyed and releases all of its remaining magic in an explosion that expands to fill a 30-foot radius
That's more
sphere
than 30 feet away.
centered on it.
There is a 50% chance I get teleported to another plane.
If you get hit by that and
You'll
your
die.
50-50 is wrong, you will die instantly, completely.
Sorry, just to clarify, he's done this. There is absolutely no going back on this anymore.
Oh, I should have read the fine print.
Evens on this D20 is going to be the teleport away. Odds is going to be he stays where he is. That one. Slovi goes, hang on a second, steps forwards, but looks back, winks at you guys, and breaks the staff over his knee. The equivalent of an arcane nuke goes off. The entire walls of the palace explode in a massive blue fire. Slovi completely annihilated into atoms. They all die. The entire roof of the palace blows sky high.
Cinema.
Okay, so kicking that over to you, also want to, I love the callback of, it's a 50-50, which even those odds were not good enough for you. What happened, man?
Well, so I'm quite a dyslexic person. The card was I read it as kind of like that 50-50 is oh, you take half damage. You take half damage to the staff if you fail. So the total staff did what? 150 damage. I was like, wait! Half of 150 is only 75. I have that much health. So I was like, I'm just gonna smash this thing and let the other guys save me. And instead, I got reduced to atoms and I set off the equivalent of the magic thermonuclear bomb, killed the bad guy, and myself.
Well done, well done. Round of applause,
I guess
please.
it's fine,
I
man.
didn't even need the rest of the party to finish the job.
Yeah, you set off the nuke on your own leg.
My tactics
Notably.
aren't normal, but they're not frowned upon.
It was dramatic, but couldn't you have just thrown it?
It wouldn't have exploded. It wouldn't have exploded.
An object? It would have.
You could have used Mage Hand to break it.
I didn't have that spell.
Nah, never mind, eh?
Well, so the only remaining option was to just do it to yourself.
Yeah, I had to die there. It wasn't
was
because
dramatic.
I misread the card. I just simply had to die. It was my destiny or whatever.
Oh,
they
yeah,
say.
like Stripe.
Yeah,
You've been
he was
planning
designed to
Poetic.
die.
It was poetry.
Why else would I have winked if I didn't plan this to a T? That wink was I'll miss you guys.
That was crazy. That wink caused so
Yeah,
much
it was
angst
cinema.
amongst the team.
Also, before I die, though, I did give away my flute and my hat to a child in the village. And I'm like, you're going to need this more than me, kiddo. So maybe I killed myself accidentally, deliberately.
Yeah, well, that was the problem. To any of us, it was no, this guy had a suicidal mission. He was ready to die.
He was prepping, and then... But then
Yeah.
you just turned around and went, oh, I didn't read it right.
It's 5 p.m. I was ready to clock out. What can I say?
It is incredible that you just on a whim were like, yeah, we'll do this, and then that it kind of, literally blew up in your face. We have obviously lost 2 characters, as you've seen. They didn't have the greatest time, but someone that we did have right from the beginning, unless you're kind of considering the whole never was thing, but we'll save that for another conversation another day, was Panic, the tiefling. You were right from the very beginning an asset to the team. It was great to have you, and you were you used your battle axe to a very high standard. I
did. I think I'd love to know a count of how many times I said I swing my battle axe. That was pretty much all I had to do on a turn.
It's all you had.
It's all I had.
In your toolkit, your utility kit, it was battle axe.
Yeah. And I wasn't good at anything else, looking at things or thinking about things,
No.
remembering things, or...
One fateful day, you came across a magic item.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, the immovable rod, which, to give you context, audience, a small steel bar, which if you click the end, it suspends in midair and can hold up to 100 pounds. Innocuous, very normal, how bad could this go if I gave this to a party member? And I gave it to you.
I did, yes.
And you
did.
loved it.
I did. It was one of my favorite things that I got.
We have a small montage of your best moments with it here. So let's take a look at Panic and the immovable rod.
Good.
Fine.
I'd like to use my reaction, please.
Go ahead.
Yes. I would like to teleport above it.
Okay, you're now falling. What is your turn?
I would like to get the immovable rod and hold it like this, and you push down on it, like land on it with my weight.
You definitely need an acrobatics check now
that's
then.
fine.
Okay.
Trying to pin him with the rod.
Clever. No dice. I then teleport above it, and with the large weight of my body, I fall onto the snake, and I shove the rod as hard down as I can. You can decide how hard that is. And with my action, I click the button on the rod, and it ceases to be able to move.
It is now pinned.
No, it's like Monster House. Can I put the immovable rod in his mouth
Oh my god. Yeah.
and pop it? It is like I want to.
You are
I want
awesome.
to put it in his mouth.
Your hand's in there. Tell me what you do next.
Rod.
There's a rod in your hand.
It's perpendicular to his jaw.
Sure.
Can I click it?
Yes. So I was thinking about what's happening next,
I
not
turn
about
on
that.
the rod.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
There. A rod is stuck inside of his mouth, which means he's going to get 10d10 piercing damage.
Oh my god!
A great bellowing roar carries throughout the entire cavern as a mixture of blood and arcane mist spews forward from his gullet that has now been ripped open.
I would like to try and pin him with my immovable rod that's twice as big.
The power of bekyamon.
What?
A thorn in my side.
Oh yeah. Well, a movable rod in your side.
Hey.
No, the nat 20 on that last one, that was probably the best thing I ever did. That was great.
Were you always just looking for an excuse?
I spent a good chunk of my mental energy in each session once I got that thing, figuring out how I could use it. The others probably can attest to when we'd go out into the other room for break, and I was miming, could I pin someone against the wall with the rod? I was trying to figure out the best moves I could use.
I just kept getting surprised at how consistent you were. Every problem you came across, you found a solution.
We went up we're coming down a cliff or going up a cliff, and I climbed up, and then I used the rod as a belay to put the rope down, and you were like, oh!
Yeah, which obviously, if we want to visit that moment real quickly, Toby's tactic for getting down the cliff was to jump off.
And I lived to tell the tale, did I not?
Just about.
You're beautiful. Mwah.
Just about.
You're beautiful.
Just about.
Thank you.
Did you guys have anything that you were that was your utility that you felt like you went for? Any magical items or anything?
I mean, Gwen had a divine smite with her long sword. I was very happy when she got her duel thing. I remember when she had to kill the werewolf guy, and I didn't care about it. I just wanted that weapon so I could then dual wield. And also her pendant from Arwin, which she gave to.
You got a Louvetar Mortez as well.
I did wield a Louvetar Mortez, which was pretty cool. But yeah, that was Gwen's kind of thing.
I don't think Z or Stripe really had a thing, but I've always loved the immovable rod with Panic, because Panic is such the smartest stupid person. You know,
I try.
Just because you're really smart, and even though it's a dumb character, have crazy ideas. So I just like the idea that Panic's yeah, that looks all right, and then does this crazy acrobatics. But I think I love that it's just a stick. It's not this crazy celestial-looking harp. It's a stick. Panic has a stick, and she likes
my favorite
using the stick.
Martin made good use of his machinery.
Yeah,
well, I don't know.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't say
good use is subjective, of course, but he certainly used it.
Listen, you created me the most complicated system anyone has ever devised for making gizmos and gadgets. I was handed a pack of 40 different playing cards and told to learn how to use every single one of these playing cards in 24 hours. And then they all made fun of me for making the little blinking light that slowly gets brighter. You basically asked me to get a GCSE in 24 hours.
In computer tech. You were using logic gates and stuff?
Yeah, you have if statement. If condition is met, then apply in a for loop, 10x this spell, and then move 20 places. I'm this my brain. Help.
You loved that, though.
I love it. You loved
I did
it.
love that. It's just my combat turns did not love the time that took. so I often opted to do the things that were easy.
And yeah, and I think the party also didn't appreciate the lack of utility they had.
Yeah, there was there was that one that you made where if any of us moved in the range of what you did, it would shoot knives out at us all. Which wasn't our favourite contraption, because it was made it quite hard to move around.
It's not my fault that the knife Beyblade was slicing you guys up. Just don't get close.
It also only hit us and not
Just
the
don't
enemy.
get close.
Panic had a lot of good moments there. Obviously, if we're going back even further, the only party member that has been there for the entire time was Gwen Nightcask. Congratulations, Aimsey, for keeping hold of your character the entire time.
There you go, stop it, thank you.
Just about.
I don't think it's a good, like, it is a congratulations, but God, it's sad.
Yeah, it was against all odds because you had a massive series of unfortunate events.
Yeah, it's...
Gwen's horrible, awful day.
It is truly Gwen Nightcast, absolutely horrible, terrible, terrible time. The amount of times that she's been knocked down, and she was so ready. She was like, I don't care, take me, death.
Scrotum.
And then every time, Scrotum would bring her back.
Yeah, we
that's
should,
crazy.
we should give context for that. We should give context for that.
Yeah, there was a magic word that I would be used to revive. Toby could pick any word. Of course, it was scrotum, and that's what brought me back.
It's anatomical, so...
Yeah, it was, of course it was scrotum, but yeah, Gwen...
Medical, it's medical.
It was
medical.
medical.
Yeah, Gwen didn't have a lot of W's until the right
not a lot
at the
of dubs.
end.
In fact, the audience were kind enough to get us a compilation of all of the lack of W's that you had. So we have a montage here of every time that you basically got knocked.
What?
Not all of them, but certainly a lot of them. Let's see it now.
We might be here a while.
You fall unconscious. You are not dying. Well, you are dying. You're not dead. You hear a crack, and then everything goes black as you collapse to the ground.
I'm just imagining Stripe reaching out, no, Gwen reaching out to Stripe, and then everything going dark.
Oh my god.
He runs forward, and his beak drives through your neck, and he pulls it out and lets out a cackling, crowing laugh as you collapse down to the ground. A familiar feeling washes over you as you choke up blood. You are falling through a void of darkness, and you feel a gentle embrace from death as it wraps its hands around you and draws closer. And then you hear... Scrotum! He calls through your stomach as you once again slip under.
Just let me die.
All right, you are wrenched back almost against your will.
So sorry.
You
Why
are
is it still going?
unconscious as your head cracks against the
I am
large
going
chain.
to
Did I just hear you laugh, Aaron?
Not Gwen.
It's all the same fight. Oh, I heal Gwen. I heal Gwen. I use my...
His fork stabs, his staff, the pointed end, stabs into you again and again, and you embrace the all-familiar
I am
feeling
mad.
Of slipping into the void as he deals 28 damage to you.
Wow. And Gwen looks up and goes, oh my god, hey Death, how are you, baby?
Just a few moments.
Why did it keep going? I was waiting for it to stop, and it just
Yeah.
That was in like 2 fights.
We had to
There were so
cut
many
that
in
for,
the same room. Like, there
Pazuzu
was 4 in the
cooked
same
you.
room.
we had to cut it for time. It was like 3 times as long, but we just couldn't. We couldn't give that much time to that segment.
What else is there to say? My poor girl, you know
She's
what
gone
I
through
mean?
the horrors, man.
You know, every NPC she flirted with turned out to be a villain, you know, wasn't great. But she did get her W, I think, at the end. Or did she, you know?
Well, you did get Iluvatar Mortez, the killer of gods.
Yeah, I did.
And speaking of gods, you did have someone in your corner. Well, sort of. You were the paladin of Arwin, which was a god that outside of canon, Favorite canon, you made up.
Yes. So Arwin is when obviously I was making Gwen, Gwen is a Welsh name, for those who don't know, as well as Arwin. And I wanted to make a character, a paladin that was following something. And when I remember when I made this character, you sat with me. Oh, well, I said to you, like, I don't mind the fate of this. Have fun. And so Arwin was this figure that nobody else knew about. It was just Gwen that was like, no, guys, I follow Arwin. I will help you. I want to be good. And everyone would turn to her and go, Arwin's not real. Like,
Okay.
You're crazy, girlfriend. Like, oh my God. And so this was like a repetitive thing throughout the entire campaign. Someone would save Gwen, and Gwen would go, oh, Arwin, thank you so much. I never give anybody credit.
Thanks.
And You're welcome. Thank you, Arwin. But that was like the continuous thing, and it was a very tragic ending.
Yes, so I, as a writer, now needed to make some kind of canonical reason as to why there was a god that this person worshipped and nobody remembered him for some reason. And it all kind of came to the finale, where you met the big bad evil guy who took your hand and led you through a memory of his, and you got to find out the truth about your god. Before we see that bit, however, we do have a small compilation again of pretty much every time you mentioned Arwin throughout the campaign. This is all just from basically the first episode because we didn't have time. So let's run it and see how many counts we
I'm
get.
catching strays.
Okay, well, I'm actually from the Church of Arwin. As someone from the church, I cannot allow this to happen.
And I what to happen?
Scam.
Kick him.
You are going against the god of Arwin's
Take
will.
on his
You are a scam, man.
Tell the church about this guy.
I'm telling the church. Arwin! Join the church. Arwin needs you. I was gonna say you know nothing of the god of Arwin. It seems.
Okay, look, me and Arwin, we like this.
Liar. Number one rule of loving Arwin: be nice.
What?
Yeah, no, I'm class 16. I'm fine, right?
Yes, you are fine.
Fuck you, Arwin. Before this, though, Arwin.
You go
Arwin, if you're watching, help my friend. Arwin. Oh, come on, Arwin. You've only let me down 4 times. Let's go.
buried underneath the
God is a Arwin! Arwin!
So not Arwin, my
And Gwen! Arwin's here!
Listen.
Yeah.
It's okay, Arwin was with me.
Arwin!
Yeah, not I. He is gone. The god of mercy, Arwen, is erased from all time and space. Existing only in Pazuzu's mind, and now yours.
Girl! We were gagged there.
We were gagged.
Dude,
I was gagged.
We were like...
That
what?
was like, I think, because I didn't know what you were gonna do with it, and I didn't even know there was gonna be an ending. I thought it was gonna be an open, oh, where is Arwin? And the fact that all of us had that reaction of like, this entire time, I just remember seeing you after and going, you did such a good justice to this storyline. It was.
Thank you.
I just remember crying and being like, no better way to do that ending. It was amazing.
Would the other party members, would the other like characters in the story have felt bad? Because they would have seen that as well and known that Arwin was real. Did any of you guys, his characters, feel bad about all of the saying that he wasn't and then finding out he was?
Nah, that was so funny. That was too funny to feel bad. Oh man, I couldn't believe it.
I feel like Z probably felt bad. Having
yeah,
I
you
also
were
felt
on my
like
neck
Panic would have felt
about
bad
it.
as well.
knowing
yeah.
about gods and stuff, and then being like, sorry, you're actually.
Yeah, Z was on my
bad.
neck about gods the entire time. Like, you're Arwin. And I was like, you don't know him like I do.
Well, Z was like, you have so many gods to pick from, and you're picking the one that doesn't exist. Like, really, man? Like,
He was real to me, okay?
he
Real
was
to
real.
me.
That's
He
the
was real,
kicker, that
full
he was
stop.
real.
Don't talk to me.
Yeah, that kind of big rug pull finale was sort of eclipsed by the ever bigger decision that you guys had at the very end of the last act, Act 3 of No Dice. It was a eventful session which overran by a fair amount, and you guys were forced to make a decision as to whether or not you wanted to undo all of the bad things that the evil bad guy had caused to happen in your timelines, to sort of twist your timelines together and force you to try and work for him, thus restoring a lot of good in the world, but also perhaps losing a part of yourselves in the process. The other decision you could have made was carrying on, not reverting time, having to live with the failures that you've done, but also going forwards as yourselves. What was, well, here, I'll let you guys in on something here. As a DM, as a dungeon master, it's your job basically to write for every possible scenario that could arise, and for every decision that the cast might make. And I had, for the finale, I made sure to write 2 different endings depending on what they chose. However, I hadn't prepared for the concept that they might not choose either. We're gonna have a short look at this clip to give some context, and then we'll talk about what happened, perhaps what went wrong. Let's see the ending of No Dice.
I think the only option I can undo everything. I think it's
Forget
a hard,
everything. It
it's a
undoes
hard
everything that we've done.
Yeah, but it's a hard decision to make. But you also got to bear in mind your future self has no consequences or repercussions of this decision.
You would have to live knowing that you've let thousands of people continue to die, and you're living in the reality that a demon twisted and f***ed your time stream with.
But God, we have just, our entire lives have been controlled. I just want to be in, I don't want to give anyone an option, I just want to control my life now.
I'm dumb, man. I've just, apparently, everything that I've ever done has been controlled by some freak, and I just killed that freak.
I think we leave it on a stalemate then. I think that's the play. The viewers don't want to watch us argue for 13 minutes.
If you guys can't come up with a decision,
we
then
will
that
never
is-
reach a solution because it's an impossible dilemma. And I think the best thing to do right now is leave it on a stalemate, and you can take to the internet and write your own endings.
Unfortunately, not all stories are as cut and dry as one would hope. The Keepers of Time stand in the spring of lost memories as they argue and consider each of the adventurers and parties' viewpoints, and our involvement and monitoring of the story lifts from that moment across Faerun and the whole of time as we depart. And perhaps one day get to find out, but for now, that is where Act 3 and our involvement with these characters draws to an end. Thank you, everybody. That is No Dice.
He's holding back tears.
That was a very sad Owen you just saw
I
there.
can still feel our headaches after all that.
Yeah, there's a lot of tension
Yes,
in
a lot
the
of-
room.
Yeah.
Run me through what happened, guys.
I think you say you're accounting for all of the outcomes. You didn't account for 4 incredibly stubborn streamers, and we just didn't want to budge. Me and Amy were on one. You placed us here on purpose.
Oh, yes.
We're the team.
We can take them.
Amy and we were on the side of carrying on in that timeline and living because I think we had the most emotional, deepest connection to each other. We hadn't lost the characters. Okay, all right.
Stop it.
Guys.
And then the others were had more that they had lost in this timeline, so they were more open to resetting, and we just could not come to a decision, and it got quite tense.
Yeah, it was one of those things that it's very difficult because, like we mentioned before, Gwen is the original party member by technicality, and she didn't want to return. She wanted to be this version of herself now, and it's never easy with a decision like that because it's selfishness versus selfless, and sometimes you want to be selfish, but very, very sad.
What about you two?
I feel like Z had pretty good reasoning.
Yeah, we just wanted to stop everyone dying.
Yeah.
My Waterdeep. Everyone died, guys. Hundreds of thousands of people died, and we were
Yeah.
like, that's not epic.
Run it
Let's go back.
Was
Also,
there any more
everything-
nuance to it?
Sorry?
Was there any more nuance to it, or was
Yes,
it?
I'll
Go ahead.
Oh, I was very
Well,
surface level with my assessment.
I think as well, the fact that we knew that we were living in a time stream that a demon had controlled the whole time so far back. I feel like I wouldn't want to live in a reality knowing that someone's purposely bent and toyed with it the whole time. Give me the organic, the organic timeline.
Sure, that makes sense. Well, unfortunately, yeah, we don't get an ending. A lot of you guys did go to the internet. I don't know, did you guys ever see any of the alternate endings that
I saw
happened?
quite a few.
Yeah, I
read
saw
after
a few.
quite
the
a few.
show ended,
Very
I
cool.
went through and I read some of them.
Can you share any off the top of your head? Because I haven't seen a single one.
This was ages ago.
Oh,
This-
sorry.
I remember
Yeah, go
one
ahead.
where somebody was like, the idea of Gwen going and being a god slayer. And I remember someone, there's people in my community that were like, that's what Gwen's put, she did that. She became the god slayer and she lost everybody in the process. So was it the ending she truly needed?
Very somber ending.
Very.
And did you see anything about Panic?
I didn't. I think I did, but it was quite a while ago. So
Yeah,
I
that's
didn't-
fair.
I
That's
didn't
fair.
Check up on.
Yeah, I never actually looked at any of the stuff myself. I do plan to. It's difficult to know what would have happened. Obviously, what made it extra difficult was because it was only going to end up being 30 minutes of content. So like we didn't want to all get back in the room, sit down, get the set, everything together, get all of us together, tell everybody when it was, have it all happen at the same time, try and like maybe have a discussion live about what the arguments could have been. It would have been a very long-winded process to try and have that happen. It would be very unlikely for us to get all together in the same room on a specific time, on like a stage where we could potentially play D&D all together and kind of finalize that concept, unless we did it right now, which is what we're going to do. We're going to play D&D live for you here and finish the ending of No Dice. I'm going to send the cast off to get ready and get into character, and we are going to roll the intro. Go ahead. Welcome back to No Dice, everybody. This is the best I could do with the cloak. It's very difficult to get on. So last we left off, our intrepid heroes were on the surface of the Spring of Memories. They were with, not Pazuzu, they just killed Pazuzu. Chronepsis, the god of time, was with them, and he was giving them an option as to whether they wanted to go back in time and reset their timelines to before they met each other, losing the companionship, the friendship, parts of who they were along the way, but saving countless and hundreds of thousands of people from Waterdeep, which ended up getting destroyed, or whether they wanted to kind of burden those failures and continue onwards. The gods of the Pantheon have spent many a millennia since that moment trying to decide what might have been said with each party, the two here and the two there, as to how they were willing to come together to make a decision. Unfortunately, our story cannot descend upon that moment. The God Slayer, which was in possession, basically stopped any god from monitoring for information. Chronepsis won't tell anybody how a decision came together, and the party themselves can't tell you either, which we will see why in just a moment. But first, I would like to welcome our first cast member. Hopefully, she is ready. She is fantastic. Please welcome bekyamon as Panic the Tiefling to the stage. Hello, Panic. Take a seat.
Hello.
You might need to grab a dice from the... Oh, you have one here. Perfect.
Excellent.
So, let me set the scene. The fresh air of Faerun sways through the long fields, picking up the scent and carrying it through the small hamlet of Longsaddle. Folks busy themselves with errands, odd jobs. It's a quiet but humble village. Amongst the citizens of the town is an adult tiefling. Yes, please do grab your character sheet.
Got it. I've got
Lovely,
it.
perfect. Amongst the citizens of the town is an adult tiefling who has been felling lumber with her lumber axe. She's been helping with the infrastructure of the town. It is a quiet place that she lives and enjoys her time. Panic, you are treated kindly here. You're respected for your strength and admired for your gentleness. There it is. That's the money shot. But recently, you can't help but feel like there's something more to life than what lies inside of Longsaddle. Our story descends upon the courtyard of Longsaddle, where a different adult woman is tapping her foot impatiently as she waits next to you. Your mother stands there and goes, "Honestly, your father said he would be here by noon. That man cannot keep time for the life of him. I'm sorry for keeping you waiting, Panic." Panic? Are you okay? You've gone white as a sheep. You feel like you've lost your bearings slightly. You were doing something important just now. Your vision is blurry, but you can't figure out what it was. What would you like to say to your mother in response?
Well, you know, yeah, the father, he takes his time.
He does that, he does that. Now listen, young lady, if you're getting cold hoofs about leaving, now is the time to say, okay?
Leaving?
Waterdeep is a very long way away, and a young woman like you, it's scary heading out into the big bad world.
Oh no, I mean, I'm strong. I'm strong.
You think you'll be okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I'll be fine.
She sort of calms down a little. Can you roll me a persuasion roll, please? We're going to need our Steadicam operator so we can get a video of this dice roll so you guys can see it on the screens to the side here.
Oh, man.
There we are. Thank you. Yeah, you're going to need to make a persuasion roll to
right.
see if you can convince your mother you're going to be fine. What did we get?
That's pretty good. We got a 17.
A 17? It's a good start. It's a good start. She kind of calms down a little bit and goes, okay, well, maybe it's fine then, I suppose. Before you can say anything else, a brawny tiefling strides across the courtyard. He's holding something in his hands. It's your father. And he turns to each of you as he says, I'm sorry for keeping you waiting, loves. I just figured if our little stomper was getting out into the big bad world, then she may as well be armed. And he has a large battle axe, his battle axe, in his hands, the head of which is wrapped in like a hide to protect it.
Okay, I take it.
Do you say anything?
Thank you.
Oh, it's nothing, love. It served me well. I hope it serves you well, too.
Can I unwrap the...
Absolutely.
hide?
It's a pristine battle axe. You feel like a kinship to it. Do you have any experience using the battle axe in your time here?
I practiced with my father when we were young, but probably with a smaller axe at that point.
Sure.
But a level of it.
Okay, and you're heading out to Waterdeep.
Yes.
What
capital.
What is your character wanting to do?
Find my fortune.
Okay.
And I don't know, make a bit more of a life for myself.
Sure.
Outside of the small town.
Leaving the small hamlet life behind.
I'm feeling pulled away.
Okay, sure. Well, you eventually, your mother kind of cups your hands, your face in her hands, and she says, "My little pancake. Now, listen. If you change your mind about anything, you can just say the word, and we are on the first carriage to Waterdeep. Do you understand?"
Yes, mother. Yes.
He like everybody's starting to look at you now.
But I'll be fine. I'll be fine.
Your father takes your mother's hands away from your face and goes, "Go on, love, before she chains you to the kitchen table."
Oh.
Do you head out?
Yeah, I'm gonna wave goodbye.
You wave goodbye and you head on out.
Yeah, off I go. Where?
Presumably towards Waterdeep, the road, I imagine, if you like.
Yeah, I'll head off.
Okay, you pass the small hamlet, you pass a stream, which the hamlet uses to obviously get the water that they need. You pass the long fields of wheat. As you pass various citizens of the hamlet, they wish you luck, they wave you well. It seems like you will be missed, and it is a somber moment, but you are quite pleased to see what's next.
I'm excited.
You pass like livestock pens, which are full of like goats and sheep and stuff. Can you roll me a perception check, please?
Okay.
We'll need the camera back as well. Thank you very much.
Oui.
Here we go. Let's see what we get. Oh my goodness.
That's like one of my best ones ever.
Panic is surprisingly bad at perceiving things.
Apart from right now, 19.
19, very good. Okay, you can't help but notice that you are the subject of attention of a goat. Is just staring right out through the bars of its enclosure, right at you.
If I I'm stepping to the sides, is he still looking at me?
Yeah, his eyes are tracking you.
Oh, okay. Hey.
It like goes over to the gate and like paws at the edge of it, like hoofs the edge of the gate where the latch is. These are technically your goats because your father is in charge of the livestock, but you know you've never really given them too much thought.
You want out? You want to?
Bah.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Do you want to roll animal handling to see?
I will, yeah.
Go ahead.
See what I can kind of gather.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. Let's see what you can get.
Camera. Whoa.
Whoa. Here we go.
Okay.
Okay.
That's a 16.
That's a 16.
That's pretty good.
You're rolling really well today. Yeah, you notice
Makes a change.
You can kind of get the vibe that he wants out.
Yeah, sure. And as far as I know, are the goats well behaved generally?
Yeah, relatively. A lot of them are very stupid. This is the first time you've actually almost like held a conversation with one.
Samesies. Yeah, I feel a kinship to the goat.
Sure, okay. Do you want to let it out then?
Yeah, I'll let it out.
Okay, you've got a goat in your possession now.
He's coming with?
He just follows you.
Oh, yay!
He sticks to your side.
Okay, he's coming with.
Okay, sick,
We're gonna go
fantastic.
down the road.
Lovely. We're going to lift away from this scene now as you head over towards Waterdeep. And we are going to invite our next character out, which is, everybody please give a hand to Martin Slovi. The wig is a nice touch.
Very nice.
A tinkerer is working tirelessly on a device on his desk. He loses his trail of thought for a moment, but quickly reapplies himself. His mind gets like a little bit foggy. Martin, you are about to finish a device that is going to allow you to jump between locations of the material realm. You're just about to put the finishing touches on it when you hear an interruption at the cave entrance to your door. You hear, Martin? Oh, sorry to interrupt you. Your father stands peering in. Is now a good time?
Father? What possibly could it be?
That is his voice. I forget that this is now pre your voice changer. So yeah, that we're just going to have to roll with that. Good luck. He goes, well, I just wanted to let you know that the dwarves that were going to be doing a mining expedition here have agreed to call it off after one of your brothers charismatically explained to them that there are no emeralds in these mines. And I've agreed that that you'll help them move some of the machinery later. As a thank you.
Wow.
Oh, you good for that?
Probably.
Oh, wonderful. Okay. And he nods. What exactly are you doing?
This is a gizmo. I'll be using this gizmo to move stuff to other places.
Oh, Martin, you and your strange contraptions and concerning arcana. He moves out of your room.
Good.
You see back to the device on your table. You're about to set it to life again. Can you roll me an arcana check, please? We'll need the camera here. Do wait to see what you get. You can do it in this one if you like, yeah? Yeah, we could swap places if that works.
That
14.
is a 14.
And we will also need your character sheet for all of this. Let me go ahead and grab you that. That's okay. Arcana check.
That's an 18. I'm
18.
good.
Okay. Well done. Yeah. You're about to set the machine to life when you pause and you turn back to your chalkboard. You squint at one of the equations that you made, and you feel like, did you misplace a decimal point in one of the last rounding procedures?
Wait a minute.
This
would have killed me.
You quickly redo the sum in your head, this time correctly estimating the form of the final factor. You don't know where the device would have sent you if you hadn't have done that, but you know it wouldn't have been good. Very, very good. So you turn back to the device, you set the settings up, you're ready to give it a go when you hear another interruption, another noise at your door. This time, it's the soft playing of a flute at your cave door. Turning around, you see your brother, Blim Blam Slovi, standing at the entrance. What does Blim Blam Slovi say? Oh my gosh, that's so much.
What are you doing?
Well, okay, for the first time in my DM career, I'm now actually going to allow Toby to roleplay both characters because they are both his character. So I'm going to put the mic down, and I'm going to give you maybe 3 or 4 minutes to talk between the two of you. Good luck. Let's see what you come up with.
What are you doing?
Well, I've made this device which will hopefully take me to the great city, brother.
You're not leaving me here, are you?
No, you'd never leave me.
This is amazing.
Wow. This is certainly awkward. Listen, I dream for greater things. The IQ of goblins is only getting lower by each generation of self-replication. How dare you
Say that about our goblin family. Our goblin 5 families, to be specific. We're not all one. Otherwise, how would we grow? That would be awful.
Yeah. You're doing great.
Yes. I must not forget our goblin 5 families. Listen, I yearn for greater things. I believe in the city I'll become more knowledgeable and greater than ever, and we can start a goblin movement for goblin justice against evil, probably, or something.
But why do we need goblin justice against evil when there's no evil in this wonderful place where there's only 5 other families? Did I mention that there's 5 families?
There's more goblins than just what's in the cave.
What possibly could you mean? There's more goblins than what's in the cave. There can't be any goblins outside of the cave.
I have been studying goblins from across the world. I believe that there is goblins outside of the cave because we found bones. Bones of goblins that are not living in this cave. They're not in the death records. What? Goblin bones? You're telling me goblins can die? Yes, remember what happened to Auntie Savannah? Oh, I forgot she died. I thought they told me she just decided to, you know. Oh, wrong voice. They told me that. They told me that she just decided to tinker a little bit too close to the sun. Tinker too close to the sun, you idiot! Ow, why did you hit me? There is no such thing as tinkering too close to the sun. I am the son of these 5 families. Sorry, I meant no disrespect. I meant no disrespect, brother. But all I ask is you take me with you. Take me with you with this gizmo of... Is that snot? Listen, there's only 5 families here. You think we have gold? You think we have gold? We're goblins, not from Clash of Clans. True, that's very true. Sorry, I meant no disrespect, brother. Just bring me with you. And anyway, I'm not gonna give you a choice. You appear to have cast a magical fasten to fasten yourself to my left foot. Why have you done this? You're not going anywhere without me.
And with that, round of applause, please. That was a masterclass in improv. Martin turns his attention back to the device. He's ready to give it a test whirl, and Slovi, does Slovi give him bardic inspiration?
Absolutely not.
Not?
No.
Okay, right.
He's as inspired as
Go
he
ahead
needs
and
to
roll
be.
me an Arcana check. We'll need the dice cam out here again.
Yeah, this is like work of a magic user of
yeah,
my
let's see how it
caliber.
goes.
This is gonna be a 20.
Oh, okay. Not dreadful. Not dreadful.
Not as I hope. That's a 17
A
plus
17,
the modifiers.
good. The Arcana device sputters and whirs into life as it slices a hole through the material realm. On the other side of the portal, you see the sprawling city of Waterdeep.
My God, it's working! It's really working!
You begin to feel a gravitational pull as you are sucked through the portal and it slams shut behind you. Thanks for the sound effects. Okay, wow, cool, that was a lot. We're going to lift from this scene. Thank you, Toby. And we're going to head southwards to a city on the Sword Coast called Baldur's Gate. Here we have in the upper city there is a church, and in the church there is a young high elf. Please welcome to the stage Gwen Nightcask. Toby, would you mind actually moving up? And I'd quite like aimsey to. I know this isn't what we said with the seating plan would be, but hello, Gwen.
Hello, lovely.
How are you feeling?
Baldur's Gate.
Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate. You stand in a chapel. The light of the sun scatters colored rays across your white tunic. For a moment, you lose your bearings. You don't know where you are. You don't know what's going on. You feel like you are somewhere important, but for the life of you, you almost start to feel a little bit nauseous, but you don't know whether that's because of the ceremony that you're in. Yes, please do grab your character sheet. Whether that's the ceremony that you're in or some kind of other situation. But either way, you manage to regain your composure and you turn to face your mother, who's standing behind you in the pews. She's part of the congregation and she smiles shyly at you while she dabs away the tears at the side of her eyes. You turn to face forwards and a old high elf is standing there, his hand outstretched, your hand resting in his, underneath which you feel the pendant of Arwin underneath your fingertips. He speaks up and says, "Do you promise to witness suffering with an open heart, regardless of never turning away from those in need?" The old high elf raises an eyebrow at you surreptitiously as if to expect some kind of response. Though your mind goes blank, what do you say in return?
Yes, I will always, yes.
He nods. It doesn't quite feel like what you rehearsed with him, but it seems well enough that he's willing to let it slide. He goes, "Do you promise to act with compassion in all circumstances, regardless of station, creed, or past deeds?"
I will never become someone I don't recognize.
Very
Of course.
Very good. Do you promise to heal not only the body, but the spirit, recognizing that mercy extends beyond physical remedy?
Of course.
Then I, with all the power in me, distilled upon me by Arwin, the great kind one, hereby recognize you as a disciple of Arwin. May he strengthen your resolve, guide your hand, and soften your heart. The air thrums with orchestral music as you turn to face the congregation. They all lean in. Very curious. Lean in, everyone, please. They all lean in as a pendant is fastened to a chain and draped across your neck. They're all curious as to what the first words of a disciple of Arwin might be. What does Gwen say?
Arwin!
Hold on. I appreciate the support, but she needs to roll a performance check. Please go ahead and make a performance roll.
I'm going to be the one that starts the Nat 1 streak, watch.
We'll see it. You found it? Great.
Yep.
Let's give it a go. Ooh. Plus anything?
It's a 9.
It's a 9. Okay, it's not the most rousing of speeches the congregation has heard, but everybody here is made up of friends and family, and they want to see you succeed. So they do erupt into applause. Please, go ahead. You turn to face the congregation. Everybody is there to see you off. Your friends, your family. Can you roll me a perception check? Sorry to make the camera operator go back and forth like this, but there's a lot of rolling in no dice. Go ahead and roll me a perception check. 15?
We got a 21.
A 21. Okay. You gaze out upon the audience. Here they are now. Friends, families, people that you'd rather not see, but they're there anyway. And amongst the crowd, you feel like you see, peering out at you, the face of Arwin himself. He's smiling at you, not so much with pride, but with thankfulness. And you take a moment and nod to him as he dissipates away from the crowd. After the ceremony has drawn to a close, you sit on the steps of the church, and your half-orc friend comes out and sits next to you and goes, "So, where's next for the great kind one? Where has the Oathkeeper of Mercy been sent to first?"
Okay, Celeste, you stop it.
His voice is like tinged with mockery, but you can tell it's in good faith. What do you say to him?
Listen, I'm gonna do what I've always done. My best. You know, I'm gonna go spread the word. You know what I'm like.
Oh, you're not sticking around?
I mean, everyone else here knows my name. I mean, everyone else knows Arwin too.
Yeah, it's true.
I mean, it is hard to find someone who doesn't know Arwin these days, but you know.
Yes, I suppose his good word has reached many. Well, I've never been, you know me, not particularly interested in the faith, but I support you all the same, and so I wish you the best of luck. And he claps a heavy hand on your back, causing you to kind of like stumble forwards a little bit. You get up off the steps. Do you head out into the big, wide world?
I look back and I go, I mean, where do you think I should go, you know?
Gosh, I mean, the Sword Coast is a great place. It's got lots of trade, lots of opportunity. I suppose if you were going to hit any kind of city, then Waterdeep might be the first one you want to go to.
Do you think they need saving?
I hear it's a bit of a den of thieves, so yeah.
Well, I will be off, and I will tell you all about my stories when I get back.
Okay, you head out?
I head out.
Fantastic. Do you have any kind of thought in mind as you head out into the world?
My mind is jumbled, but after everything, I just keep holding my pendant and recognizing it's real.
Arwin is with you.
Arwin is with me.
Thank you very much. We're going to invite the final last cast member out. Please give a hand to Krowfang playing Z the Aasimar. Our scene lifts upwards for the final time and travels northwards to a city. The city of Waterdeep is bustling with opportunity, trade, commerce, and activity. And we zone in on the trade ward, on a specific Aasimar, half angel, half human. Z, what has Z been up to?
Lounging, pretending to help people.
Pretending to help.
Chilling, going to taverns.
Does Z...
Lounging.
Lounging, more lounging. Does Z do a lot of this?
He does actually help people, but it's always like, I'll help you. Are you gonna help me? You gonna give me some gold?
I see. So it's like, what? I'll do something for you as long as you can do something for me.
Yeah.
Okay, I understand. That makes sense. people do look to you with respect as you turn. You're not a member of the City Watch, but you're regarded as almost like a stand-in member.
Yeah.
People, as they pass, kind of nod warmly at you. You're walking through the trade ward. You feel a tug at your cloak. Looking down, you see a small human girl who looks up at you. Her eyes are wet with tears, and she blubs out, "Excuse me, Mr.
Oh, no, what's wrong?
Have you seen my mum?"
No, I haven't. What does your mum look like?
Well, she's got brown hair, and she's got brown eyes, and she's this tall. And she, like, points arbitrarily up at a certain distance that you can't really tell.
Where did you last see her?
Well, somewhere around here, but I saw a mice, and I love mouse, so I thought, well, maybe I'll run and chase it. And then by the time I realized that I was lost,
Okay, well, where did you see the mouse?
She starts crying.
Okay. Like, wrap an arm around. Okay, let's go. Where did you see the mice first? We'll go there.
The mice was here. She points to, like, a sewer. There's the mouse presumably has crawled into this sewer next to her.
No, where did you first see it?
Well, I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. Do you know where you live?
Yeah, in my house.
Are you from Waterdeep?
Yeah.
Okay. You're having a bad day?
Are you having a bad day? He's gonna have to figure this out.
Okay. So you last saw your. I mean, how long have you been by yourself?
I'm not good at keeping time. I never learn. I suppose like 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
15
okay,
minutes.
that's good. That's good. I can work with that.
Yeah.
Okay. Your mum, does she? I mean, okay. Let's retrace our steps and pretend to walk in the direction.
Go ahead and roll me an investigation check. Let's see if you manage it. Let's roll it with that one. Hold on. Whoa! That one doesn't count. We need to see it on the screen for it to count. Go ahead. Roll a perception investigation.
I got excited.
Oh. This kid is lost. What's your investigation?
That is a 6.
That is a 6. I mean, it is bustling with activity. It's very difficult to get a lead on anything here.
Okay. Did your mum have? Do you know where she works? What does your mum do?
She walks around town with me.
That's it?
Yeah.
She just walks.
We just walk.
Walking.
Yeah.
But you don't know the city.
Nope.
Sorry, child Z.
That's a child.
Be nice, Z. Does she have any fine jewelry?
No, not really. She's got Mr. Bruno.
Mr. Bruno?
Mr. Bruno, he's my rat plushie.
Your rat plushie?
Mm-hmm. I have him all the time, but I put him down next to her before I chase the mouses.
Do you like mice or rats?
Both. Big fan of rodents.
Big rodent fan, okay.
Big rodent fan,
Maybe
big
we
on
can
rodents.
get along. Okay, can you kind of describe the rat plushie, or is it just a little rat?
Yeah, it's like he's got big legs, and he's got big arms, and he looks like a rat, and he's got stuffing in him. It's old straw that I've made.
Old straw? Oh, you made him?
I made him.
Oh, very impressive.
Thank you.
Okay. Can I try and cast Locate Object?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Do you have it as a spell?
Yes.
Okay, sick.
I just double-checked it stayed.
Okay, yeah, okay. You have Locate Object. You are able to find the location of the nearest rat plushie to you in 1,000 feet. So you go ahead and say an incantation, and you feel a pull down the street towards a rat plushie.
I'm going to go towards it and bring her with.
You walk through. It takes you maybe 4 or 5 minutes to worm your way through the crowd. Eventually, you do see a woman that fits the description of what the child said. As she sees her, the child darts away from you to run to the mum and goes, "Mum!" Who turns around and picks her up and swings her. And she goes, "Oh, Matilda, what have I told you about running off?" She's very red in the face. She's clearly been crying. A high elf stands next to her who seems a bit like, well, I don't know what's going on. And they both turn to you, and the mother goes, "Thank you so much. Thank you so much. How can I say thank you enough?"
It's okay. What's happening here?
I've lost my child, and now you found her again. Gwen, you've been talking to this woman for the past...
Yeah, I have.
Few minutes, and she's been crying into your arms.
Wait, the child or the mum?
The mum.
Thank God. Okay.
Thank Arwin. But yeah, so you have been trying to help find the child, but you haven't been able to. But you've successfully managed to reunite. Round of applause, please, for Z managing to reunite the... Good job, good job. Okay, Matilda is taken away by her mother. Do you two say anything to each other?
We did that.
We did that.
We did that.
Who is What's your name, sorry?
Oh, I'm Gwen Nightcast.
I'm Z, nice to meet you. Okay.
I'm going to ask you both to make me a wisdom check, please. You're going to both do it in the same dice here. The DC is...
You want to roll for me? Because I'm...
no, I'd like you to roll. Please come over. This is very important. The DC is 3... Oh, we're going to this dice tray here.
Sorry.
This is going to be Crow and Aimsey.
Okay.
The DC to beat is 300. So you need to roll a 20. Good luck. Ooh. Okay, please go back to your seat. Thank you, Aimsey.
There's no point.
Was that were you the black dice there? The black
Yeah,
die?
yeah,
okay.
I was. Yeah, I was.
God, you have never seen this woman in your life, and likewise, Aimsey, Gwen doesn't really like, oh, an Asima. You've not seen an Asima before. That's quite novel. What do you say to each other?
You look really stranger-like.
You are very strange.
Right, I didn't say that. Why are you being rude?
No, I'm not being... No, sorry. I'm happy to be here. You know, I'm happy to help.
Happy to... Are you not from Waterdeep?
No. I've just actually visited today. Well, I'm very excited to start my journey on helping, you know?
On helping.
Yeah, I mean, what do you follow? You're very, very...
I follow myself. And lost children back to their mothers.
Oh, yeah, well, I did see that. Well, you know, that was good. We did some work for the Church of Arwin. Have you heard of him?
Church of Arwin? Yeah, I've heard of Church of Arwin.
That's good to know.
You're almost like, yeah. Even though it doesn't, everyone's heard of Arwin.
Yeah.
Okay, you two, it is approaching lunchtime roundabout now, but you are in the trade ward. You seem to have met somebody new. What would you guys like to do? I mean, what's the vibe?
You want to get a drink?
Oh, I don't do that, but I'm willing to... I'll sit with you. You know, we can talk, you know.
All you do is help people. Where's the fun? Where's the lounging?
I don't really have time for all of that.
There's always time for lounging.
You can help me.
I'll teach you how to lounge. Okay.
You are both aware that a new tavern has recently opened up. It's just around the corner from where you are.
Is there any new taverns around?
Oh, just from where the corner where we are.
Let's go!
Yeah. Let's go there.
Thanks, guys. Panic, can you please describe your tavern?
Yes. It's called the Cloven Hoof.
The Cloven Hoof.
Yeah. And it's warm and cozy, but a little bit, a lack of detail in the decor. There's tables and chairs and barrels of alcohol. There is a battle axe, and it's hung on the wall. And Panic is stood behind the bar. Just imagine a sort of like pretty typical tavern, but a little rough around the edges. There's no candles on the table or like plants or anything. It's a bit outside my...
Sure. A bit outside your price budget right now.
Yeah.
Recently established?
Yeah, no, the rent was cheap.
Oh?
It was going cheap because there was a were-rats problem in the Weathered Spoon.
Yes,
that was there
I had
before.
heard about that. So
they went under, and then I picked it up for cheap.
That's canonical now.
That's canonical now.
Yeah, so... You both walk in. I'll also add on to this description that two goblins have arrested the attention of many of the patrons of the tavern. They're off in the corner. One of them is playing a little flute. The other one is making a robot dance to that tune that the flute is being played of. There are also animals everywhere, if you don't mind this being a part of your tavern.
Oh, yeah.
The goat is behind the bar. He's joined you. And this is one of the few taverns where your familiars are welcome no matter what size. And because of that, there is a myriad of different creatures that do not fit into this small place. Where would you two like to go first?
I'm going to go up to the tiefling.
Yeah, I got
to the tiefling running a bar with a goat.
Okay.
Hello.
Two customers.
Hello, I'm wiping a glass.
Oh, hey, how's the business going?
Well, do we know each other?
Oh,
do you know each other? Roll me a wisdom check, all three of you. We're gonna.
But do me and Z
You
know
don't know each other prior
We've
to this
never met.
moment,
Okay.
but because you've now all spoken, I do all you need you to roll the same.
I come
wisdom
back
check.
over?
Yeah, all in the same one over here, please, if you don't mind.
That's
you've
you
got
as
a
well,
dice.
Toby.
No, not Toby.
Not Toby.
Toby's Slovi and Blip Blam and all that are off somewhere else doing that thing. Okay, here we go. Let me move this one out of the way. Go for it.
Well.
Oh.
Well,
Please.
I've never seen any of you two in my
Can I
life.
know
You
dice?
also look like a stranger.
You cannot know
Damn
dice.
it.
We're not doing that here. Okay, so yeah, you are not familiar with each other, and nothing in the depths of your memory awakens. So we'll continue. What do you say to each other?
You're fancy, aren't you? What?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm fancy. I'm well dressed.
Yes, you are. Would you like a drink?
Yes, please.
Of what?
Yeah, what time is it?
What time is it?
Say again, sorry?
What time is it?
It's the afternoon.
It's the afternoon.
I'll give you a strongest.
I would also like a drink.
Not the strongest.
Are
Don't
you-
give them the strongest.
Can I see your ID?
Don't give them. It's their first day.
Huh?
Ever.
ID, Church of Arwin. That's my identification. I'm with Arwin.
Oh, Mercy, right?
Yes,
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course. Can I have one of the drinks you have, please?
It'd be like a water.
I'm not really supposed to do this, but okay. Yeah, all right. I give you my strongest ale. And
Cheers.
you are like a weaker ale, but I don't tell you.
Slightly watered down. Is it watered down at all?
It's diluted.
It's a little diluted.
For aim, yes. For
Should we
Gwen,
cheers?
it's
For
diluted.
Gwen. The show that you're performing, the two brothers, Blim Blam Slovi and Martin Slovi, have been here for maybe about a day, and they've just finished up their show. People are throwing gold pieces to you.
That was my finest performance yet, folks. The money is appreciated, preferably more rather than less.
Come on. Oh.
These robots don't come for free. I need to buy more supplies, please.
Okay, I'm
Empty your
gonna
pockets.
approach the goblins.
Yeah.
All right, guys, where's my cut?
Your cards?
My cut. You've been performing in my tavern all day.
Bringing in customers.
I think the drink's bringing in the customers,
The drinks is a component of the experience.
which I am covering.
Hey, what experience? What's happening?
Oh, they've been a puppet show or something. They've been entertaining the customers.
Puppets!
Puppets?
Did you just call them puppets?
You do puppet shows?
Oh,
It's a
I love
puppet
puppet
show.
shows.
I didn't really ask. They just started, so I just let them.
Is it for the animals? You do little animal
Puppets! Seriously, we're on puppets!
Apparently so. You're very serious.
Oh, you
about
very
these
like
puppets.
I
puppets.
came in to learn what will make the stars shine in the sky!
And it's puppets?
Oh, he's very angry about the puppets.
Yeah, no, it's puppets. It's puppets.
It's puppets.
Yeah,
It's
no,
puppets.
it is. Yeah.
Puppets.
I'm going to need you all to make me wisdom checks. This will be the last chance you get to do this. The DC is still 300. Only a nat 20 will beat it. I'm going to need all 4 of you to roll the same D20.
All 5.
All 5 of you. Always on the technicalities. Please all come over to this same dice tray. Pick your dice.
Oh.
I'm entirely leaving this up to chance. We'll see what the fates say. Make sure there's no extra dice in there. Okay, so yours are red and blue, yours are purple, yours are black, and yours are purple with gold. Let's see what we get.
Oh, shit. No!
Who's red?
Nice.
Who's red?
I'm red.
I didn't write anything for this.
Oh my God!
Who
Was there a
threw
secret
that?
third option that you didn't come up with?
I didn't plan it. Who threw that?
Crows was
Me
the first,
and
then
Slovi,
not
Martin,
It was Blim Blam.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm green.
You are all starting to like argue amongst each other. You're like, well, I think I should be getting this much. Well, I don't think that's very fair at all. Puppets? What do you mean puppets? That's not. And then you reach for your drink, and Slovi, Blim Blam, passes you the drink, and instinctually you go, thanks, Slovi, and take it and take a swig. You have not yet told him your name.
You okay, Puppet Man?
How do you know my last name?
Yeah, how do you know our last name? Have you seen a show before?
No, I don't know your Oh, I guess I do know your last name.
Slovi turns to Panic. I'm just going to say that you do this. Blim Blam turns to Panic and goes, can you believe this guy, Panic? It's ridiculous.
Panic, that's crazy. That's crazy. This guy's bonkers bananas.
I didn't. How do you know? Have you been following me?
Your name is Panic.
I
name's
need
Panic.
Blim Blam Slovi and Z to make wisdom saving throws, please.
These have always gone
over,
well.
Over in this one here. Ooh. Thank you very much.
We've got this, man. We've
Dice on
so
a
got
nat
this.
1.
Yeah,
That's got to be a good omen.
My green hand. That's my lucky hand.
Oh, no.
All right, that's a 10.
Okay, sick. Thank you very much. Can I just... oh, sorry, may I just see what your saving throw was?
Oh my god, my wisdom is
10 total.
minus.
10 total.
Wow,
Okay.
that's a 7.
You've got a 7. Blimblam's mind reels as you look at Z and remember...
What the?
Everything rushes back to you in a macabre slideshow.
You're right there, mate.
Everybody in the tavern starts to get quite concerned. It hits you, Z, as well. You start to feel anger over Waterdeep, the fact that you lost your entire hometown, before you're then like, you almost see like an overlay of the tavern you're in and then it in rubbles and ruins, like superimposed over each other. You both take 30 points of damage from reeling.
I'm dead.
Ow. Thanks for coming to the show, guys.
Thanks, everybody. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
What's your max health? 33. I said 30. You're
30.
fine.
Wait, you didn't say 40?
No, I said 30.
Oh my
Phew.
god. I was gonna say a week.
Blimblam slowly collapses to the ground.
I was only looking for 20%, mate. Like, come on.
Slovi, it's too much money.
Throw myself over him and heal him with something.
What do you heal him with? Also, we have a paladin as well.
I'm gonna do lay on hand.
What's your level, might I ask?
What paladin? Level 8.
Yeah, what paladin?
Oh, yeah,
You're
paladin
level 8, so you have 40 points of
Yeah,
healing
I
you
do.
can give. Do you give 30 or?
I give him all.
Okay, sick.
But that's.
My ale is not that strong. All right, you are a lightweight.
What? What? No, I was just dissociating.
Everyone knows that ale is fine and safe.
So I remember everything now.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, it's very difficult. It's almost like when you try and focus on this panic, another panic comes into being. It's very, like you say, disassociative. It's not that you remember everything, but your mind has been like both scenes are happening at the same time in your head.
What did you put in this ale?
Ale, not much ale, actually. A lot of water.
Axe.
What?
It's you!
What?
You're the...
My battle axe, yeah, it's there on the wall.
Do you pay? Tell me, do you pay?
Do I pay?
Do you pay?
I like to be paid by my customers. Actually, thinking about it.
What is wrong with you guys?
What is going on?
What is happening?
Blimblam Slovi turns to Gwen and sees the enemy, the friend, the frustration, the point of living, all wrapped into one character. What does Blimblam say?
Oh, God.
My healing's not that bad, okay? I'm sorry.
Yeah, probably the first time I've known you to use it. On me.
No, it wasn't me. It was Arwin. It was Arwin, my friend. Don't worry.
Oh, Arwin, right.
Blimblam, you pat yourself down, confused as to why you aren't atoms, just incinerated.
Ah! You rebuilt me. Thank you.
Rebuilt?
Ah! I knew it would all work out.
What?
You did the...
All my plans work out in the end.
Oh, you're a genius.
You
Slovi.
are so welcome. I saved the day, and then you rebuilt me with your glowy fingers.
Right, what are you guys
What
doing?
is in this
Are
drink?
you okay? Do I need to call someone?
No, so you don't... Slovi, they don't...
So again,
don't.
you do not remember.
Well,
we are besties.
we're not besties.
I know what we
You've
have
been
to
here
do.
for one day.
We are
Slovi.
besties, and I will not be giving you my cut of the money because if I remember correctly, you owe me.
Slovi, maybe if we like reenact everything really quickly.
Yeah, just hop up here
Okay.
real quick. All right. Okay, so you stand there, you be
Right.
the bad guy. Okay. It's gonna be a wait!
Wait, what fight is this?
Wink.
This is just you dying. What a bad
Wait, what?
Can I
Was
lay
that
on
not-
what's,
was that not-
what's going on? Is this a
I
part
think they're
of the...
pretending.
Did that not help?
Oh, it's part of the
Did that
tavern.
not-
Is it an
Wait,
act?
performance check?
Please roll me a performance check.
Woo!
I'll give you advantage because you both did it.
'Cause that was good,
I'll assume
right?
you did do it in
That was
person.
good, you did-
Go
you
ahead
did
and roll
flop.
it twice.
Oh,
and
I
choose
didn't
the
do
highest
anything.
one.
I'm not rolling.
19?
Oh my gosh.
19 and Hey, we'll get to the first one.
Forget about that one. Okay, so 19, thank you.
That is a 19 plus.
Oh.
A performance of 6. That's a 25.
That's a 25. It's a captivating show for you both. You are moved. They go through like something like called the chrono heart. They show like a fire wine exploding. They show like a werewolf. They show a goblin camp that like it makes you buy bugs. Your character like buys bugs at one point. They spend a long time reiterating that you're the lady who buys. You're in a swamp. You're in a fortress. You're in the Underdark. You're in an orc palace. Somebody's dying. Gwen's dying a lot. It's happening a lot. Waterdeep. Oh, it crashes down to the ground. Oh, I'm going to do this. Bang, it explodes. It's everything laid out. And it's a really captivating show. You should all watch it.
What I must say, though, I don't think the audience heard. It was a 25, people, please. Wow! Thank you. I feel validated.
It doesn't jog your memories, but you are impressed about the fact that they were able to make up a whole story between you, with you two in it.
Gwen's wiping her tears and goes, "It was really. I mean, I wouldn't die that much, but like that was really beautiful. Like that was something."
You did though a lot.
No.
A lot.
No.
A lot.
Do you think you Arwin, right? Yeah. Do you think you can grant some mercy from this?
Oh, I will make.
I would
make
like
some,
mercy,
yes.
please.
Yes, I think we need that.
Say again?
Grant some mercy for these souls.
Grant some mercy.
Let me just jump in real quick.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Oh yeah.
What do you think about this other one?
Brother, get a hold of yourself. Get a hold of yourself. Get a hold of yourself. Get a hold
Let go of him. Martin's shaking Blim Blam. The mist coming off of Toby right now.
What has happened to you? You're talking nonsense again.
I'm sorry.
Hey, leave him alone. He speaks the truth, Martin.
Blim Blam.
Martin.
I feel like most of the
truth.
patrons will have left.
That sounds
by
like
now.
something out of the caves, the misty caves that make you high.
Martin.
What?
Oh yeah, yeah. You two.
What?
Oh my God.
What is this?
Please make him roll. Please, for
roll,
me.
roll for that.
For me.
You wanted to make a wisdom saving throw to roll.
They were in love.
They were in love. Go ahead, sure. Martin,
And we're
roll me
back
a
in the
wisdom check. We'll
building.
need a hammer. Hold on, hold it. Let's see what you get. Go ahead and roll that.
If this is a 20,
I don't think.
This is going to be a 20.
Yeah,
because
you never
said I don't
see.
think.
Let's see. This is borderline quite upsetting. But Z puts his hand to yours, and you have no idea what he's on about.
Why are you looking at me like that?
Martin.
Oh my God, you're hot.
We can make it work again.
Make what work again?
We can make this work again, right?
What are you asking them for?
What is going on?
Who are you talking to?
Blim Blam suddenly remembers a small companion that he once had, that he was looking for.
Panic.
Nope.
I am not small.
Oh, have you seen Pierre, I mean?
Who are you? I don't know who you are.
I'm your bestie. We've been over this. Catch up.
You know, you've just told me that you're... No.
Yeah, and I'm not
still
paying
owe
you
me
also
money.
because
No,
you owe me. I
still
saved your life. I saved your life. I saved I saved your life. I saved your life.
You've just done puppets at my bar.
I literally saved your life.
Puppets
You'd
at
be
my
dead
bar,
now.
and then
You'd be
you're
dead.
just saying that...
Wait, does this ring a bell? You know?
What?
I saved your life.
It's the
No.
thing from the
From the
thing.
show, from the show.
From
You
the
just watched
thing.
it. You just watched
Like it happened.
Z, you remember Pierre being at the fight of the final fight with the Springs of Memories. He was there and spared.
He was.
Wait, Pierre's alive.
Pierre's alive!
What? What do you mean Pierre's alive?
You weren't there.
And stay away from my brother, you pervert!
How about you keep him away from me? He's at this fountain spring place.
Fountain Spring. Okay.
Spring memories. Spring of memories.
No, it was Stripe. It was Stripe, not Spring.
What?
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 This ale is so good, Panic.
It's a spring, like hot water.
It's good, isn't it? It's
I don't
good.
drink
What
often.
is Spring? Springs with water.
I like this too much to interrupt it, so just carry on.
There's the Pierre. Pierre's there.
Pierre,
We have to go.
where?
Wait,
Where's
what if
Pierre?
he's not there?
Where?
Because we. Oh.
There? The Spring?
Yeah, we need to go to the Spring of Memories. Wait, what
The
if we
spring.
bring them to the Spring of Memories?
Ah,
But it's
Spring
not
of
their
Memories.
memories because
Yeah?
they're different people.
Huh?
Come on,
I've
you're always
got
so
rent to
difficult. Spring of
pay.
Memories.
Yeah,
I can't go to the Spring of... Is it
Saving the
close?
world tends to pay the rent, I think.
Is it close by?
Yeah, next door.
What did, wait, what?
Roll me a history check, Panic, please, to see if you can find out if you have any knowledge of this mystical springs. One moment. Oh, that doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
We'll see what
A secret.
Zooms in. Mystical. Go ahead. Oh.
I don't remember what I
It's
ate for breakfast.
It's about next door, isn't it? It's about next door.
Probably.
Yeah, a little bit.
No,
and a
no,
bit.
To my knowledge.
Does Gwen
Where
have
is
anything
this?
to say about what is
it's
going
far.
on?
Far?
It's fine.
I need another one of these. Oh my.
All right, and then I pour another
Oh,
one.
you're very lovely. What's going on?
We need to go get Pierre. You guys would love Pierre. I
What
think
is
it would
a
help.
Pierre?
Who
Yeah,
is
he's a
that?
frog. He's
Is
a
that
frog.
your god?
He's the immaculate something. He's
Why
a
don't
great
you just
frog.
locate him, your magic?
I don't know very
Before
well.
you are able to get fully comfortable and into this situation, you hear a commotion from outside.
Oh.
All of the patrons of the tavern stand up and storm out with their familiars following them. What do you do?
I go out.
More of a commotion than what's
Immediately.
happening in here.
It's bigger than the commotion happening in here.
Wow,
Which
okay.
all of the tavern people were staring at, thinking it was some kind of strange improv show. But they've now kind of ignored that. They're going outside.
Gwen
Okay.
pulls for her sword and
let's
goes
go.
Okay.
out. Yeah.
I'm gonna get the
Okay,
battle axe
you head
off the
out.
wall.
You lift the battle axe from the wall. Okay.
Nice battle axe.
Thank you. My dad gave it to me.
This is my sword.
Oh,
where
who
it's
gave it
from.
to you?
I don't know.
Oh.
I love this drink. Let's go.
You see citizens of Waterdeep sprinting away from the center of the trade ward. They are terrified. It is commotion. Everybody's pushing past you violently. A lot of people are running from the direction that they're coming from. It's like a wave of people. What would you guys like to do?
Come on, brother!
Let's go
This is
towards
our
it.
chance!
We're gonna fight.
Yeah, go that way. Go the other way.
You go the way that they're running from.
I'm drunk enough to fight.
Okay, do any of you guys do you prepare any spells, any weapons or anything? We'll start with you, Gwen. Is there any...
Don't start with me.
Don't
start
start
with
you. We'll
someone
start with Panic.
Got my battle axe.
Yep.
Ready to
Is your
swing.
goat following you or are you leaving him behind?
No, he's leaving behind.
He's left behind.
He's behind.
Okay, sure.
To man the bar.
To man the bar, to goat the bar.
Bar.
Nice. What about Z?
I got my whip and my spells.
Okay, nice, solid.
I've got a few gizmos prepared, of which I'll let you know when appropriate.
Okay, and is Blim Blam?
And I also have an incredible flute.
Okay, cool. You got the flute ready.
And I've got my longsword with Paladin's Smite prepared.
Radiant energy
Yes.
radiating off of your
course.
longsword there. You are just in time to arrive to see ranks upon ranks of dark elves. Their navy skin and flowing white hair are stomping out of a portal that has opened in the center of the trade ward in unison. There is a particularly charismatic and royal-looking dark elf that stands amongst the front of them, and he puts his fingers to his throat, and his voice bellows out across the city. He goes, "Citizens of Waterdeep, for too long have we been shoved into the very ground, the cracks of the earth hiding away from you. For too long have you basked in the gluttony of the sunlight, but no more. Mentro Peronia will lay waste and claim the upper lands once more." And he draws a rapier, and both sides, the small army that has gathered here, but mainly the Dark Elf army, storm forwards to cut down any citizen that they find in their way. What do you do? What do our 6 adventurers do?
You still got that staff?
You do not.
I do not.
Thankfully.
Ah.
What would you guys like to do?
Martin.
Of course. Yeah.
Martin is going to open up the bag, which has the light gizmo in it. And let me just say, this puppy's been active for a very long time.
Sure. A sun ray beams open across the battlefield.
Not a ray, it's improved.
Okay. We'll
There
get
is
back.
now
Oh, go ahead.
a lens which focuses the light into a Death Star laser beam, and I'm going to point it at the head of the sword guy.
Fantastic.
And it works. It works.
And we'll see. Hold on. Z, what does Z do? Is there anything that Z prioritizes in this fight?
Not going up and just punching him in the face because he's quite angry.
Okay.
Recognizes that this is the guy.
This is the guy?
Or I assume this is the Dark Prince.
Yes, this is the... oh, of course, you remember. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
I hadn't accounted for the fact that you got
So
your memory back in
he's-
this scene.
it-
Yeah, this is the guy.
Initial expression goes something like this. And then he locks in.
Okay, sure. What does Panic do? What is Panic, like, prioritizing anything in this fight?
Prioritizing anything.
Yeah.
Swinging my battle axe.
Yeah, cool, that makes sense.
I'm going to rage.
You rage and charge into battle.
Yeah.
Gwen, what does Gwen do?
I'm holding my longsword and I
Yeah.
follow Panic.
You follow Panic's lead.
I follow Panic and I go, wow, Waterdeep really did need saving.
Nice. Good one line, I like it. The Battle of Waterdeep goes on to be one of the most famous battles in Faerun history. The army of Mentropronia is laid to waste, with certainly many casualties from Waterdeep's side, but not nearly as many as you might expect, given the sheer size of the force that spilled from the portal. Books are written about the fight, and ballads are sung about specific individuals. There's the Order of Magists and Protectors, there's the Blackstaff Academy, there's the Griffin Cavalry. A lot of the songs are probably very, we'll say exaggerated, because some of them detail the concept of troops of Avernus appeared in a barbaric rage and sliced people in half with massive battle axes. Some people say that they saw Arwin himself reach a hand out to spare the dying through one of his disciples. Though some people say it wasn't Arwin specifically, but it was more like a collection of gods that concentrated themselves into a form of an angel that blessed the fight. The songs get a little bit out of hand when they start claiming that goblins rode into battle on the backs of machines. And most particularly stubborn people think that the fight basically didn't happen at all, because some songs claim that what looked like a perfect storm, like lightning itself, took the form on the battlefield and walked amongst the fight. Paintings were made of this day, though many have been lost to time or were archived, but Twitch were kind enough to reach out to a fabled artist named Moonkachu, who apparently was there on the day. Obviously, take this with a pinch of salt. We don't know what the battle looked like, but it might have looked something like this.
Whoa!
If you ask Chronepsis whether or not he had a hand to play in making any of these unlikely sequences of events take place in order to have you all meet in Waterdeep, he would claim that he didn't have a hand to play at all. He didn't touch the timeline. He was completely hands-off. He swears on his godhood, which does beg the question whether time herself took it into her own hands, whether it was fate, whether it was luck, or whether there is a difference between any of those things in the first place. But what we do know for certain is that that is the end of our campaign. And no dice. Thank you, everybody. That brings us to an end to the campaign and the panel as a whole. Guests, where can these lovely people find you? Let's start with you.
Aimsey on Twitch. Go to the next person.
Toby?
I'm Tubbo from Tubbo. I'm also green.
You're also green.
I'm Krowfang from Krowfang, and I'm slightly green.
You're slightly.
Oh, I'm bekyamon from bekyamon. That's
Nice.
me.
And I have been your Dungeon Master, owengejuicetv. We hope to do another No Dice, maybe one day soon, but for now, thank you for being here for the ending of it. Thank you very much, everybody.
Can you guys give a bigger hand for Owen?
Owen the DM!
I'm green, guys. Hey, man, I'm green. Bye.